Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Ghostwriter, and today we're discussing the trial of Arne Cheyenne Johnson, colloquially known as the Devil Made Me Do It case, unfolded in 1981 in Connecticut, USA, and it stands as one of the most captivating legal dramas in American history. At its core was a brutal murder, a defense strategy invoking supernatural forces, and the involvement of renowned paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, adding an intriguing layer to the already complex narrative.
All of a sudden, you'd look at him, he was normal. The next second, it wasn't David anymore. And this would go on until the sun came up. The boy would roll around, he would go into fits. I seen one time when he actually levitated, had extreme strength, terrible obscenities would come from him. And Arne Johnson, who was a young man, who I would call probably an all-American boy. He loved sports. He was into baseball. He had many awards for baseball. He loved fishing, and he and Debbie, his fiancée, who was David's sister, would go off fishing and they'd have a good time. But this kid, at 18 years old at the time, would stay awake all night long and then go to work the next morning. But he made a fatal mistake. One night he said, and he screamed at these devils, "Take me on. Leave my little buddy alone." He got his wish.
He challenged them.
The story begins in Brookfield, Connecticut, where on February 16, 1981, 19-year-old Arne Cheyenne Johnson was involved in a violent altercation that resulted in the stabbing death of his landlord, Alan Bono. The events leading up to the murder were shrouded in mystery and intrigue, with Johnson's defense team later claiming that Johnson's fiancée's younger brother, David Glatzel, had been exhibiting disturbing behavior that they believed to be the result of demonic possession. Enter Ed and Lorraine Warren, a husband and wife team of paranormal investigators who had gained fame for their work in the field of demonology and hauntings. The Warrens became involved in the case after being contacted by the Glatzel family, who sought their assistance in dealing with what they believed to be a malevolent presence tormenting David. According to the Warrens' account, they conducted an investigation at the Glatzel family home and purportedly witnessed David being subjected to terrifying manifestations of demonic possession. They claimed to have observed David exhibiting superhuman strength, speaking in strange voices, and displaying otherworldly behavior that they believed to be indicative of demonic influence. The Warrens' involvement added a sensational element to an already sensational case, as their reputation as experts in the paranormal lent credibility to the notion that supernatural forces may have been at play in the events leading up to the murder of Alan Bono. Their testimony would later become a focal point of the trial, as Johnson's defense team sought to introduce the concept of demonic possession as a mitigating factor in the murder. However, the presiding judge, Robert Callahan, ultimately ruled that the defense could not use demonic possession as a justification for the murder, effectively sidelining this aspect of the case. Despite this setback, the Warrens' involvement continued to loom large over the proceedings, with their testimony and the evidence they purportedly gathered serving as a topic of intense scrutiny and debate. In the absence of being able to directly invoke demonic possession as a defense, Johnson's legal team shifted their strategy to one of self-defense, arguing that Johnson had acted to protect himself and his fiancée during the altercation with Bono. Despite their efforts, Johnson was found guilty of first-degree manslaughter and sentenced to 10 to 20 years in prison. The trial of Arne Cheyenne Johnson captivated the media and the public alike, with the involvement of Ed and Lorraine Warren adding a layer of intrigue and mystery to an already sensational case. Their reputation as experts in the paranormal lent an air of legitimacy to the idea that supernatural forces may have played a role in the events leading up to the murder, further fueling public fascination with the case. In the years since the trial, the story of Arne Cheyenne Johnson and the involvement of Ed and Lorraine Warren has continued to capture the public's imagination, inspiring books, documentaries, and even a feature film. It remains one of the most infamous cases in American legal history, a testament to the enduring power of the unknown and the complexities of the human psyche. The trial of Arne Cheyenne Johnson stands as a stark reminder of the blurred lines between reality and the supernatural, challenging our understanding of justice and morality. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale, a legal milestone, or simply a chilling mystery, it is a story that continues to fascinate and intrigue audiences to this day.
When he was under possession, Tony, they would tell him things. For instance, they told him that Arne Johnson was going to fall out of a tree. And Arne did fall, but thank God, he wasn't badly hurt.
And the beast, as they called him, also told the boy that at the end of the trial, the last day, the lights would dim down in the courtroom. And they did.
They did dim. So what was the outcome of that trial?
Well, the outcome was that Arne we couldn't use the defense of the devil made him do it, so I think it was manslaughter.
Yes, because he served very little time.
Arne got 4 years, but I think he only did 2 years of that.
And
you couldn't keep a young man like this in prison for something he didn't do.
No, and his behavior was excellent. But Tony, him and Debbie were married in prison.
Oh, they were?
They have a business together. They live in Milford today.
They're happy. They have 2 sons.
They're normal. Everything's normal.
Oh, yes.
Very normal.
Now, how about David? Is David doing okay?
David works with his dad.
Very normal, and
he's fine.
Young man today, I guess, soon to be married or whatever he's going to be doing.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you all for listening and making it to the end of the video, and also joining us on this journey into the realm of the paranormal. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. This has been The Ghostwriter, and until we meet again, stay curious, stay vigilant, and may your nights be filled with sweet dreams. If you dare to close your eyes.